Hello, powerful one. Welcome to this edition of Inner Growth to Sezwa Elimi. Let's take a look at the idea of intensity. Now, we have already said that we are energy, you and I. Everything in life is about energy. And what does energy do? Energy vibrates. When energy vibrates, it vibrates at a frequency. And the frequency could either be high, medium, ultra high, etc. It can also be low. The frequency of your vibration is always a product of your intensity. That is to say, it is where you are mostly concentrated that you find your frequency. Your frequency is not responsible for your mood and your life's experiences. But somehow you can link these things, your life experiences and your mood, to frequency. Because when you are on a low frequency, your mood is low, you come close to the level of depression, sometimes to apathy, to sub-apathy, and of course death. But it's okay to look at it that way, right? But you see, if you study it, a frequency has certain characteristics attached to it. But what leads one to that frequency? It's just like this. You have cities. In Lagos, you have the island, you have the mainland, and the island has diversities. All right, the same thing with the mainland. But you see, those places that we've mentioned, they have their own peculiarities. If you go to those areas, you will experience the vibe of that place. You will experience the things that are available in those places. Now, when you are present in those places and you are having the experience that are common to being present in these areas, is it the area that is responsible for what you are feeling about that experience? We agree that the area gives you the experience, but how did you get to the area? That is the question most people don't ask. They meet people and people do certain things that make them feel uncomfortable, that make them feel angry, that make them feel anything. They say, he, she, they made me do it. They made me feel. But what is that? How come they make you feel and you are not comfortable with it? You have a causative link with those actions, with those people. Causative link. That's what causes frequency. If you have a focus on certain things, you find out that everything about you flows to that thing. And when everything about you flows to a certain thing, that thing will grip you and then colonize your mentality. And when your mentality is colonized, you either succumb to the thing that colonizes you or you resist it. And when you are in opposition to the thing that colonizes you, there's a friction. Your life is no longer how you expect it to be. And that is the origin of suffering. But how do you get to the point where you were colonized by that thing? Because you put the intensity of your energy on that thing. Something makes you travel to that location where you had these experiences. What was that thing? It is intensity of your focus. It is the intensity of your energy. It is intensity of your presence. You were completely present in that area and therefore you went on that ride. When you're walking about, when you are sitting anywhere, every moment, ask yourself, what aspect of life is receiving my intensity today? Am I intensely involved with things that I do not like? Am I intensely involved with the things that I love? Am I intensely involved with things that make me happy? Or I am intensely involved with the things that make me sad? Am I intensely engaged with my past? Or I am intensely engaged with the future, what is likely to happen? Or is it possible that my intensity is in this moment? I want you to please stop seeing yourself as just a physical body. It is just matter. No, you are energy. You are a bundle of electricity and magnetism. There is something that controls your power, that controls the flow of your power, and that thing is attention. When your attention flows towards anything, Your intensity is gathered there. Your intensity is loaded on that thing. And whatever your intensity is loaded on controls you. Now, as you're watching this video, ask yourself a simple question. Before I started watching this video, where was I intensely located? Because of the function of our five senses and the history of our experiences of matter and the spaces and other things of life, we are scattered. Our attention is scattered across feeling, across hearing, across taste, across sight, and across the smells we have had in life. But there is one of these five senses that has the intensity of our presence, and it is that particular sense that controls us at that particular point in time. There are times you want to be touched by a particular person, to be touched in a particular way, because at that point in time, what is picking, what is gathering your intensity is the need to be touched. So the sense of touch is ruling you at that time. There are also times you want to eat something so desperately, you are so interested, like my people were saying this morning that they wanted to eat ofada rice. They were looking for and begging, saying, where can we find ofada rice on the island? We need ofada rice. Whoa! Now, their intensity was present on taste, the memory of taste, and that memory was in the past, but they want to bring it to the present. Do you know that that is the power? They just ate your father rice now, they couldn't finish it. You see, they enjoyed it. They have been able to bring their past to the present, and they've enjoyed it and they are satisfied. It has now gone back to the past. There will be a time in the nearest future where that memory will come back again, and that will be the driving force. Each time you think you satisfied a particular impression, it always douses it, it will come back. But I would be glad if your intensity is loaded in things that actually give you genuine, lasting pleasure, not fleeting pleasure that imprison you, that can never be fully satisfied. So you have a right to desire food, to desire clothing, to desire touch, to desire anything that is out there that does not imprison or lead you to hurt anybody. But you must be very sure that irrespective of all of these things, your intensity is not loaded in any of the matters of the five senses. That your intensity is loaded on that which is noble. There is nothing a human being cannot achieve with intensity. But a lot of the times, some of us are so scattered that we cannot even locate our intensity on any subject. We put it here now, and then we scatter, it goes to somewhere. Just leave your intensity on one subject for at least 5 minutes. Now, some leave it for 5 minutes in a day. The next day, they forget about it, they move on to something else. You have to consistently intensify your focus on anything, because as you intensify your attention on anything, you are pulling that in to you. And this is what leads to selective attention. Make your attention something that you consciously do on the basis of choice, intelligent choice, not impulse. Graduate from an impulsive creature whose intensity is governed by memory, is governed by impulses. Create a cycle of influence around yourself by being the one who has the controlling effect on your life. Make sure that you audit your living experiences by consciously directing your focus and locking that focus at every point in time. So when you are sitting down, ask yourself a question: what am I thinking? Where is my intensity located? When you ask that question, you will surely get an answer, and then from there move on to say, am I in love with this thing? Does it give me pleasure? It is the pleasure it is giving me or likely to give me lasting or ephemeral? Is it deep enough? Is it worthy of my attention? Is it worthy of communicating? Some people lay their intensity on ephemeral subjects. That is why they cannot last long. That is why they cannot achieve much, because those ephemeral subjects are consequences of existence. But why don't you lay your intensity on the crux of existence, on the core, on the main seed of life? So that if you say, for example, that you want to have success in your career, and you focus on achieving that success, not on your colleagues, not on your bosses, not on anybody, not on your troublesome client, but focus on success on the career and leave out all the negatives out of it. Focus on succeeding in your career, irrespective of the negative games other people are bringing to you along the path of your career. People lay intensity on their marriages on the basis of the negativities. My spouse is cheating. My spouse has no respect for me. He forgets my birthday. He forgets. All of those things are not what you should be paying attention to. They are occurrences around the main issue, which is marriage. Marriage should be successful. Marriage should be swinging high. Marriage should be an experience that brings about growth. Lay your intensity on the success and growth of your marriage. Think of your child. Think of your colleagues. Think of them from the basis of positivity, not from the basis of what they are not doing right. That way your intensity will be focused on that which is salubrious, which is life enhancing. What more can I say but to say you have it all sorted out for you. You just direct your attention to the right place and it will be well with you. God bless you.
Colonise.